What is up, YouTube? This is Orange Green Football, the coolest channel for football news and predictions in the whole wide world. The NFL season is finally back. Last season was very exciting. It was capped off with a Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl. The Kansas City squad did just enough and got helped out by the refs. So now, this year, they are defending their title. They start the title defense against what looks to be a phenomenal Lions team. This game should be tight, but Mahomes will have a touchdown in the last 2 minutes that seals this deal for Kansas City. 45-42, MVP Trent McDuffie, 6 tackles, 1 interception. Next up on our slate is the Battle of Ohio. With Joe Burrow coming back from injury, the Big Cats out of Cincy pounce on the Browns and win by 17 points. T. Higgins will pick apart the Browns secondary. Nick Chubb will play a very good game, but Deshaun Watson's interception and fumble cost Cleveland the game. Until DTR starts for the Browns, they are winless in my predictions. 31-14 Cincy. MVP Joe Burrow. Houston travels to Baltimore for our next game. Lamar Jackson has some huge new targets, and the Ravens look to be a Super Bowl favorite this year. After adding depth to the receiver spot by picking up OBJ and drafting Zay Flowers, the Ravens offense will be terrifying. The Texans drafted CJ Stroud and Will Anderson in the first round this year. Both rookies look to be huge on a struggling Texans team. They won't do enough to beat the Ravens though. 35-21, Ravens, Lamar Jackson, most valuable player. Bucks travel to Minnesota in their first game without Brady. The quarterback room has huge shoes to fill this year after the quote-unquote GOAT led the Bucks to a Super Bowl and 3 playoff appearances in 3 years. I see the Bucks more so tanking this year, and Cousins and Justin Jefferson will have a huge game for the Vikings. The defense will limit the running game of the Bucks to a horrible outing, but it will be closer than what it should be. 28-24 Vikings. MVP Justin Jefferson. Panthers travel to Atlanta in what will be the debut of first overall pick Bryce Young. The former Alabama quarterback looks to be the man in Charlotte. I think he will have a huge game, and the defense will limit Desmond Ridder. But Falcons rookie running back Bijan Robinson will be the difference in this game. 17-21, Atlanta. MVP, rookie running back Robinson. Try saying that 3 times fast. Next up is Commanders and Cardinals. The Cardinals look to be the worst team in the whole NFL. And honestly, I think they will be just tanking to replace Kyler Murray. If any team is known for giving up on young talent, it is truly Arizona. The Commanders are actually looking hopeful for the first time in many years. Over the offseason, Dan Snyder finally sold the team. With new ownership, fans have a hope about this team they haven't felt in quite some time. Commanders defense will be too much for the Cardinals in this game. 24-7. MVP Montez Sweat. Jaguars travel to face division foes Indianapolis Colts Week 1. Jags had one of the best postseason comebacks ever last season. They'll be fired up and ready to go Week 1. Josh Allen will give Anthony Richardson trouble off the edge all game long. Look for AR to not really do well without JT. And let's be honest, when do the Colts ever look good against the Jags? 35-17 Jacksonville. MVP will either be Trevor Lawrence or Josh Allen. 49ers at Steelers. Looks to be one of the most interesting games on the Week 1 schedule. Brock Purdy had the come up many quarterbacks can only dream about. From Mr. Irrelevant to 49ers Week 1 starting quarterback a season later. This defense for the 49ers will be scary as well. The Steelers look to be much improved over last year, but I think the 49ers defense will just be a little bit too much for Pickett and company. 49ers win this one 28-24. Next up is the game I'm truly most interested in, Titans and Saints. Being a Saints fan, I'm excited to see how Derek Carr does in this game. This won't really be a prediction of the whole season by any means, but I hope he does start off well. The Titans look like they are really just kind of in purgatory, not really making any big moves this offseason. I see them struggling this season. Saints 35-32. MVP Jamal Williams. Raiders at Broncos is next up for us this week. Raiders lost their starting quarterback, Derek Carr, to the Saints. And honestly, I don't know how they really improved too much this offseason. Yes, they have a more handsome quarterback now, but will that help them win? Probably not. That would be cool though. Broncos hired former Saints head coach Sean Payton this year to try to kickstart their offense. The Broncos last year were terrible. If Wilson has another year like that, he'll be looking for a new job. But the Raiders win this one 28-24. MVP Josh Jacobs. The Super Bowl runner-up Eagles travel to face Bill Belichick and the Patriots. This game should be interesting. It's hard to count out any Bill Belichick coached team, but that's what I'm doing here. I think the Eagles have more to lose. 27-24 Philadelphia. MVP wide receiver A.J. Brown. Rams travel to face division foes Seahawks in Week 1. The 12th man will be out in full force, and the Rams just haven't looked good since their Super Bowl win a couple seasons ago. Seahawks and Geno Smith will pick up where they left off last year. Easy win, 35-17 Seattle. MVP Geno Smith. Dolphins travel to face Chargers Week 1 in a matchup that faces two playoff teams from last year. This matchup should be a lot of fun. Chargers got embarrassed last postseason, and I think they'll be heated and ready to go. And usually when that happens, they lose. Give me Dolphins 27-21. MVP Tyreek Hill. Packers have their first game without franchise quarterback Aaron Rodgers. The oldest NFL rivalry will for the first time see Jordan Love versus Justin Fields. Honestly, both teams will probably not be very good this year. I hope that one of these quarterbacks prove me wrong, but I'm not sure if either one of them has what it takes to be a consistent winner in the NFL. With that being said, the Chicago Bears start the season with a win, 17-14. MVP is Khalil Herbert. Cowboys take on the Giants in Week 1. This matchup is always very close, and I don't see this game being any different. Daniel Jones and the Giants look to defend their turf against a solid Dallas team. This will be a close game, but Dallas pulls it off late, 21-20. MVP Tony Pollard. Buffalo will travel to the Big Apple in the last game of Week 1. Aaron Rodgers versus Josh Allen. Jets versus Bills. Huge game to start the season. It'll be very interesting to see how the Jets come together with all of their new pieces. I don't see them molding together well Week 1 though. Josh Allen will have a monster game to remind everybody that he is the best quarterback in the AFC East this year. 32-31 Bills. MVP Josh Allen. This has been my Week 1 NFL predictions. I thank you for watching to this point, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to Orange Green Football, the coolest channel for football news and predictions in the whole wide world.